Okay. So our fourth day, day 4, crafting effective ad campaigns, budgeting, and bidding strategies. Okay. So di-discuss natin today is uh, ano ba yung mga types of ad formats, ano ba yung mga types ng, ano ba yung bad and good ads, ano ba yung tamang paggawa ng copywriting, and of course yung tamang budgeting, tamang pagbibidding strategies, ano ba yung mga uh, best practices. So, okay, understanding the essentials of ad campaigns. Of course, na-discuss na natin to on our second day ata. So, the foundation of any successful ad campaign starts with the clear objectives. Ano ba yung objectives mo? Uh, Awareness, engagement, conversions, app installs, traffic. So, bago tayo mag-run ng Facebook ads, always write on a paper or gawa ka ng ano mo, ng deck mo, just to clarify things kung ano ba talaga ang objective na gusto mo, para hindi tayo nagsusunog ng ad budget. So we start at a campaign, sa campaign yung objectives natin, and then the ad sets, schedule, budget, bidding, targeting, and placements. Diyan i-define natin yan before tayo mag-successfully publish an ad. So sa schedule, ang ideal or mare-recommend ko is, and lagi ko ring ginagawa, is 4 a.m. in the morning. Tapos meron tayong 2 hours window time in review. So lagi kong ginagawa is 4 a.m. once na mag 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. nagra-run na siya. Okay? Pero depende pa rin 'yan sa target ninyo or sa clients ninyo or sa magiging decision nyo. Pwede rin naman kayong, halimbawa, nag-run kayo, naggawa kayo ng ads, nag-set up kayo tonight, pwede nyo rin naman siyang i-launch right away. Pero ang ginagawa ko talaga is 4 a.m. tapos 2 hours window time. Expected ko 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. nagra-run na siya. Okay. So
Does that um, does that apply also to US clients in
when
or for
Okay,
Philippines?
good question. When it comes to international clients kasi, depende sa time zone, of course. Pero pagka different yung time zone, ang lagi kong ginagawa is nilo-launch ko siya ng 12 a.m. sa atin in advance. So the next day, 12 a.m. in the next day ng madaling araw. Ganun.
Mm, okay.
But depende pa rin sa time zone and depende pa rin sa mga international clients natin or future clients, kung meron silang current na ginagamit na strategy when it comes to schedules. Yun. Tapos sa budget, pagka local, 500 pesos ideal natin na pag-start ng testing. And then sa bidding naman, hindi ko na ginagalaw yung current settings when it comes to bidding, pero tatakal pa rin natin yan. Sa targeting, yung tinuro ko sa inyo, yung 3 targeting methods natin, pwede nyo naman balikan yun sa mga nakaraang ano natin, recordings. Yun nga, CBO, start kayo with 3 different targetings para matest nyo: generic, specific, and uh, uh, retargeting. So, para matest natin yun. Tapos, placements, pagka video, Advantage Plus, placements. Pero pagka mga image lang, i-check, uncheck, check or uncheck nyo lang kung Instagram ba o Facebook. Tapos yung mga formats natin, mga sizes natin dapat tama. Okay? When it comes to the creatives, always check yung images, kung maganda yung quality, kung maganda yung link, yung landing page, always check para masigurado nyo na tama yung niraran nyo na ads. At the same time, tama yung links ng landing page na nandun, para pag na-click nila customers or audiences, tama siya. Of course, text and videos, double check always. Okay? And then, next, it's all about knowing your audience, who they are, what they like, and where they spend their time online. Finally, consider your ad placements, automatic or manual, and how each can impact your campaign's reach and effectiveness. So, eto siya, guys. yung tamang pagta-target mapping ng audiences. So, when it comes to placement, meron tayong mga iba't ibang branches yan. So, basahin nyo na lang dito. Sa Facebook, feeds, instant articles, yan. So, kailangan muna ma-understand or ma-plot muna natin yung pinaka-plan before tayo mag-run ng Facebook ad. And siyempre, i-consider natin yung mga categories, locations, connections, interest, behaviors, custom audience or lookalike audience, tas yung placements. So, iti-check natin isa-isa dapat yan before natin siya successfully i-launch. Kasi ayaw natin syempre masira yung algorithm na mag-edit-edit tayo lagi. Kasi once na mag-edit ka and i-publish mo, so yung algorithm or learning ng Facebook ads mo is mauulit. So, mas maganda kung naka-plot na lahat, meron kang naka-ready na notebook or may deck ka na naka-ready na susundan mo na lang yun and then publish ka na lang, then double check. So, ito ang tamang target mapping. Of course, consider natin yung locations, language, age, gender, interest, demographics, placements. Yan ang pagta-target mapping. Ganyan siya. The next, crafting high impact ad creatives. When it comes to ad creatives, creativity can make or break your campaign. Siyempre gusto natin before tayo magsunog ng pera, i-make sure na muna natin na maganda, high quality, and nasa tamang formats yung mga creatives natin. When it comes to images naman, madali na lang sa Canva kasi meron naman siyang if gumagamit kayo ng Canva, merong mga uh, formats na doon na naka-ready. Type nyo lang Facebook ad formats, Instagram ad, stories, mga ganon. Then when it comes to videos naman, syempre of course, mas maganda yung high quality na napoproduce na videos. And then yung when it comes to editing naman software, pwede naman kayo gumamit ng CapCut or pagka ano naman kayo, expert na kayo sa Premiere Pro, pwede rin. Of course, mas gusto natin hindi nag-aaksaya ng pera, hindi tayo mapapahiya kay kliyente, or much better if nag-work kayo with a creative team, dapat uh, high quality lagi. And of course, yung branding ng client or yung business mo is hindi masasagasaan, or yung elements or principles ng branding andun pa din when it comes to creativity uh, ng creatives natin or mga videos na gagamitin for ads. Your visuals and copy must not only capture attention but also convey your message effectively. Remember, each format, whether it's a single image, video, or carousel, serves a different purpose. Right now, sa market, alam na ng tao kung ads siya or kung ang difference ng ads or talagang you're giving value. So, ngayon, napapansin nyo sa mga marketing strategies ng mga big brands, they always make value first, give value first. So, much better if yung kunwari video ang gamit mo, much better is if 3 seconds, yung first 3 seconds value agad. Yung para, sino bang nakakilala dito kay Gary Vaynerchuk?
Hindi ko na kilala yun.
Check nyo yung mga profile niya, check nyo yung mga books niya. Marerecommend ko sa inyo yung books niya when it comes to digital marketing and paano magbigay ng value. So meron siyang principle na jab hook. So ang jab hook, ibig sabihin niya is your first 3 seconds of the video or copywriting, value, value, and then hook is the call to action, which is yung mga binebenta mong service. So ganun tayo mag-create ng copywriting and of course creative directions when it comes to ad campaigns. So yun.
Pwede po pa um, ano to, kasal ng name mga patay.
Yes. Oo. I-send natin. Tapos yung mga books niya, ito current mga books niya. So meron tayo yan. Ito yung isa. Ito yung isa, yan, Gary Vaynerchuk. And then ito yung latest. Yan. So, ayan. So, i-send na lang natin yung mga link yan. Pagka may time kayo, pwede kayong bumili or may extra budget kayo or may mga kakilala kung may ano, pwede yung mahiraman. Tapos, good book, worth it. Kaya marami kayong matututunan when it comes to digital marketing. Yan. Okay, don't forget the power of A/B testing. It's your best friend in finding what resonates with your audience. Of course, lagi ko sinasabi nga, key testing is the key. Pagka meron kang extra budget or si client may budget naman, so lagi nating inuuna yan. At least 1 week mag-ano muna, mag-testing muna just to get the datas kung saan tayo nagre-resonate, kung saan audience tayo nag-excel. Lagi ko sinasabi yan bago kayo mag-refine ng strategies and of course mag-optimize ng ads. Okay, types of ad formats. Meron tayong carousel, single image, single video, slideshow, canvas, and collection. When it comes to carousel, ganito yung itsura niya. Ito yung mga nasa swipe. Pag dumadaan sa feed ninyo, nasa swipe. Of course, mas maganda if ang carousel natin, same, ano, di ba? On brand. Of course, may creativity. Single image, yan. Of course, hindi naman tayo lagi single image tapos walang effort. Depende yan sa strategy ninyo. Mas maganda if magre-resonate yung copywriting ninyo and of course yung landing page when it comes to image, single image lang. Collection ads naman, ito, ano to, if meron kang um, um, e-commerce sa loob ng ads manager or even Shopify, yan, may ito-turn on ka lang dyan tapos collection. Pero perfect to for e-commerce brand and sales. Maggagawa ko ng different video ipopost natin sa community when it comes to this one. And then Facebook ads placements, ano ba yung hindi natin nabanggit? Single image, single video lang. Alam nyo na yung slideshow, same. Canvas, ito yung canvas na plain sight lang, plain canvas lang, and then the collection. And then Facebook ads placement, feed. We have feed, stories, reels, messenger, and the marketplace. When it comes to feed, masasuggest ko dyan is you can use carousel, video, uh, and then single image. When it comes to stories naman, video perfect din, single image perfect din. Pero much better if video para mas mag-engage yung mga tao natin. Of course, hindi natin kakalimutan yung call to action. When it comes to reels, you can use naman, pagka-image lang siya, dito siya sa baba, lalabas yung small image lang na ganon. Pero pag video naman, o totally sa reels talaga lalabas. Pag messenger, ganito yung itsura niya, lalabas siya maliit. And then marketplace. Of course, pagka napansin nyo pagka nag-scroll tayo sa marketplace, meron na rin lumalabas na mga ads. So, yun. Depende pa rin sa strategy ninyo. Okay. Next is differentiate natin yung good ads sa bad ads. On the left side, nandito yung good ads natin. The Paleo Secret. Okay. Mapapansin nyo dito sa good ads, maganda yung creative, maganda yung copywriting, simple lang. 30 days challenge, ibig sabihin, meron agad siyang pinoportray na feeling na challenge. Tinatap niya agad yung emotions ng audience niya. And then of course, yung hook niya. So the relevance and a strong value proposition in line with the diet promoted. Okay. Merong agad value, diet, which is diet. So relevance, message match, and an outstanding creative are the winning elements of this ad that shows a very high level of engagement. So, mapapansin din natin, meron agad siyang social proof. Sometimes kasi pagka plain sight or talagang from scratch, so expect natin na hindi muna natin makukuha yung tamang or gusto nating result dahil wala pang social proof. Pero ang ginagawa natin dyan, before tayo mag-run ng ads, ako personally pag sa mga personal businesses ko, ang ginagawa ko muna, pinapa-share ko muna sa mga kaibigan ko, mga kakilala ko, and then kino-comment ko lahat yung mga testimonials na meron ako, tapos nagpapalike ako before ko siya i-run, para pagka ni-run ko siya ng ad, makikita na nila na meron tagad tayong social proof. And then the right side is the bad ads. Of course, syempre, walang kalatoy-latoy yung copywriting. Carousel, hindi man lang uh, ginawan ng effort each images. And then of course, walang social proof. And then next one. Okay. Left side, good ads where attention spans are short and you need to showcase the value of your content quickly. This one is a value agad. Weekly reporting tip number 6. Value agad. Value. And then, pagka chinek natin yung may website siya. And then when it comes to the creative, simple lang. Hindi masyadong complicated. On brand. On brand siya. Where attention spans are short and you need to showcase the value of your content quickly. Of course, when it comes to running an ad, kailangan agad natin makuha yung attention ng audience natin. Dahil very quick lang ang pag-scroll sa Facebook. Kahit ako minsan quick lang ako mag-scroll pero pag may nakikita akong ad na maganda sa mata and then pag video nakukuha niya agad yung attention ko, of course, mapapastop ka talaga sa scroll. Kaya kailangan ang mga creatives natin scroll stopping and then tama yung execute, of course. And then the right side, so dito nakakalito kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung binebenta. So long winter beauty blast. 5 tips to say goodbye to winter skin. Hindi mo alam kung nagbibigay ng value or nagbebenta at tapos ano yung ibig sabihin nitong image na to. 'Di ba? So bad ads. Ganun ka simple. Left side, testimonial speaks volume and the combination of white and orange is a perfect example of using branded colors. So dito perfect example na ginamit niya as an ad yung mga testimonials niya. And then of course yung products niya on brand, simple picture. Ito yung ginamit niya yung testimonial sa copywriting. Yan. Ito naman sa kanan, which is the bad ads. Diba? Sell agad. Sell agad. Wala po na siyang value. Want to learn how to sell. Nagbebenta ka kaagad. Parang nagbebenta ka agad sa kakilala mo, hindi mo muna siya kinakamusta. Hindi mo na siya binibigyan ng value. Walang social proof. Tapos ang landing page niya is YouTube. Mali. It's either dapat may website ka or landing page muna. Ganun. Ad copy best practices. Sino nakakilala kay Aida? Anyone? Or naririnig nyo na si Aida sa digital marketing?
Dito po.
Di pa. Okay. Si Aida is si attention, interest, desire, and action when it comes to writing your captions or ad copy. First part natin is the attention. The first impression you want to make your audience go, how cool is that? Yung unang sentence pa lang. Diba? Nakuha mo na yung attention ng audience mo. And then, the second part ng paragraph ng ad copy mo, the trigger. Make them excited. Wait, how's that possible? Tell me more. Nabasa niya yung attention. The second one, nakuha mo yung interest niya. So, dapat sa third one, ma-convince mo na. So, this is the time, your convincing time, get into their emotions and make them want your product so bad. Itatap mo naman yung desire nila. Okay? And then, the last one is the action. Crystal clear call to action with a bit of urgency and scarcity. Baliwala tong tatlo, si attention, interest, desire, if wala kang call to action. Kadalasan yan ng mga nakakalimutan ng mga creative teams and ng mga ibang marketers. Sobrang ganda ng copy nila pero pagdating sa dulo, walang call to action. Saan ako bibili? At saan yung link? Magbe-message ba si audience? Paano siya bibili ng product or services niyo? Perfect example on creating this AIDA copy. This one. Planning to run your first workshop as a health coach? Attention. Halimbawa, coach ako ngayon. Attention. Nakuha niya na yung attention ko. Or gusto kong maging health coach. I remember starting out and being nervous about the logistics of running something on my own. Desire. Interest. Of course, kung gusto mong maging health coach, oo nga no. Kasi nervous ako and then hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin, kung paano simulan. So natap niya na agad. Interest, create interest by painting a picture, showing empathy. Naalam niya agad yung pinagdadaanan ko. And then next, how should I structure it? What I say? Was it going to be any good? But after 10 years of experience, I know how to run a winning workshop in my sleep. So the desire, dinescribe niya na agad yung ideal na outcome here. Okay? And then, here's the good news. With the right outline, workshops can be simple, effective, and widely successful. That's why I've pulled together my tried and true formula for you to rely on whether you're doing your first or 100 public event. Download it now and run your next workshop like a pro. So action. So job, 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 and then the hook. Diba? Nakuha niya yung attention ko at first. Nakuha niya yung interest ko, yung pain points ko. Kung paano, how should I structure it? What should I say? Was it going to be any good? Diba? Pati yung desire ko, nakuha niya din, yung attention. And then, yung image, simple lang, yung image na ginamit niya dito is talagang mukha siyang tumutulong sa mga coaches. Diba? Very authentic. And then, the headline, the proposition or hook, the tried and true health coaching workshop blueprint free. Tapos, the call to action, learn more. Ganon siya. Ganon siya. Medyo mahirap pero andyan naman si ChatGPT. You can gumawa ka ng prompt na uh, write as a copywriter, write me a Facebook ad caption or Facebook ad copy with AIDA structure. Tapos lalabas na yan. Okay. Next sample. Ito simple. Simple lang. Start each week with something tasty to look forward. Get everything you need to cook fantastic dinners at home. So, AIDA framework, simple lang, pinaikli niya lang. Problem, solution, call to action, or attention, interest, desire, action agad. Sa simpleng 2 sentences. Okay? And then, the pain point, ang ginawa niya dito sa image niya, ginawa yung pain point. And then, the headline. Very simple. Yan ang mga example na hindi mo, as an audience, hindi mo mararamdaman na binebentahan ka kagad. Right? Kasi ayun ang gusto ng audience, some of the audience, and ako din. Mas napapa-scroll stop ako if may value agad yung nakikita ko. Okay? Even if hindi ka mag-run ng Facebook ad, even sa TikTok, 'di ba mas mapapa-scroll stop ka pag value agad yung uh, napapanood natin for the first 3 seconds. Halimbawa na lang yung ibang mga nang-hype sa TikTok na ganito yung kinita ko within 3 days. Ganito ako kumita ng 1 million pesos sa TikTok within 3 days. O syempre maraming agad mahuhook nun, ha? Possible ba 'yon? Ano ba 'yon? Pwede ba 'yon? Mga ganun. So, That's the attention. And then, when you got the attention already, dapat mapa-retain mo na sila hanggang dulo. So, this one, ganito rin ang um, strategy dapat when it comes to creating a ad copy. Okay? Any questions, guys, before mag-forward? Wala naman?
All good.
Okay, good. Bidding strategies, outperforming the competition. Guys, sa bidding strategies, to be honest, hindi ko na siya ginagalaw. Kung ano yung setting ng Facebook na diniscuss ko, ganun lang din ang pagse-set up. Pero, mas maganda if ma-discuss natin para in the future, um, mas ba intindihan nyo or may mga clients kayo na gumagamit ng bidding strategies, may idea na rin kayo. Okay. In the competitive world of Facebook ads, bidding is a critical component. Understanding how Facebook auction system works can give you a significant edge. Well, explore the different bidding options, lowest cost, cost cap, and bid cap, and discuss when to use each. I'll also share advanced techniques to fine-tune your bids and ensure you're getting the best results for your spend. Pero etong mga techniques or strategies na 'to, hindi naman siya totally kailangan mong gawin when it comes to starting your Facebook ads journey. Yung mga ganito kasi advanced na 'to, talagang continuous testing muna using the basic or yung pinaka typical na bidding strategies. So ito lately ko lang din 'to pinag-aralan na gawin on my actual ads pero um, very technical talaga siya kasi some of my clients internationally tinatanong din yung mga bidding strategies ko pero hindi rin naman madalas ginagamit. Depende talaga to sa mga for conversion trackings and stuff. And yung talagang tight budget pag naka-encounter kayo ng mga tight budget na companies kasi dito sa Pilipinas may mga na-encounter na rin naman ako tight budget. Big brands pa nga sobrang tight ng budget nila. Kaya ginagamitan natin ng strategies na to. Okay.
Anong sample ng companies na tight ang budget? Anong
Ah,
signals?
again?
Like for example, how can we tell that a company is in a tight budget? Like
Okay.
for
At
example,
first, good question. At first, um, if makakapasok kayo sa marketing agency or if nasa marketing agency kayo, of course sa briefing, binibigay agad yan. Anong budget ni client for a month. So, doon pa lang makikita nyo na. And then, pagka individual naman, of course, unang-una nating tinatanong sa prospect or sa clients, how much yung kaya nilang i-invest sa Facebook ads for a week, for a day, for a month. So, doon na tayo magbe-base.
like
Okay.
what's the number for a tight budget? Like for example, is 10K considered
Pagka
like per
dito sa
month?
locally, ang na experience ko with the big brand, uh, specifically Aquabest, nahawakan ko na si Aquabest. Ang tight budget nila is around 10,000 pesos per month lang.
Um,
Ganun lang kababa. Nagulat nga ako kasi Aquabest is a big brand already. Tapos marami na silang mga mga franchisee. So dapat 'di ba ikaw ang mismong main, dapat ikaw ang nagbibigay ng marketing efforts para doon sa ah, franchisee mo madamay and yung brand
yeah.
recall is mataas. So nagulat ako 10,000 lang. So on that note, ginawa ko na lang diskarte, gumawa ko ng deck kung anong mas maganda. So ang sa 10,000 na yun, ang ginamit ko lang is reach and engagement para mababa lang ang cost. Ganon. Yan siya. And then, okay, next. Any questions pa, guys? Wala na? Okay. Paano ba gumagana yung Facebook ad auction? So, first, whenever a user is eligible to see an ad, Facebook holds an auction. And then second, Facebook enters all ads into one auction whose targeting includes that user. So, magbibid. Halimbawa, ako saka si Darwin, may same product kami, tapos nagbid si Darwin ng ang daily budget niya is 500, ako 300 lang. So mas ang gagawin ni Facebook, mas wait lang guys. Yung baby ko, wait lang. Okay. Ang gagawin ni Facebook, syempre, mas bibigyan niyang pansin si nagbid ng mas mataas. So, gagawin ni Facebook, mas bibigyan niya ng impressions si Darwin dahil mas mataas yung ah, budget niya. Pero, case-to-case basis to. Pero sometimes si Facebook ang ginagawa niya, pag mababa ang bid mo, mababa ang budget mo, ikaw ang mas bibigyan niya ng impressions and results. Bakit? Kasi once na makita mo na maganda yung result mo, mas mag-i-spend ka ng mas malaki sa ads budget mo. Ganun yung ginagawa minsan. So, ang diskarte na ginagawa ko dyan, pag nag-run ako ng Facebook ad or for testing, 500 pesos halimbawa for a week. And nakita ko okay naman. Pero kailangan ko pang i-push. Gusto ko pang i-push na magkaroon ng messages or other results. Ang ginagawa ko dyan, binababaan ko. Pinapakita ko kay Facebook na binabawasan ko yung ads budget. Halimbawa, 500, babagsak ko, ibabagsak ko after a week ng 300 pesos. Magulat ka na lang, mas pinupush pa ni Facebook yung mababang bidding na 300 pesos unlike doon sa 500 pesos. So, case-to-case basis pa rin. Pero, as gaya ng sabi ko, you could test. Walang katapusang test. Okay, kung saan kayong mag-excel na budget. Yan. So, Facebook gives each ad a total value based on a bid, estimated action rates, and ad quality. Of course, ad quality pa rin ang inuuna ni Facebook. Kung mababa nga yung budget mo, tapos ikaw nga binibigyan, pero napansin ni Facebook, hindi naman ganun kaganda yung ad quality mo, yung ad copy mo, yung images mo, or videos mo, hindi ka pa rin niya bibigyan ng magandang result. Okay? And then the ad with the highest total value in the one that appears, siya yung panalo. Ganun siya.
Um, does the budget po affects the
Okay.
quality of leads and conversions? Like for example, 300 versus 500
Mhm.
budget. Will it affect po na mas magandang leads ang ibigay ng Facebook sa 500 kaysa 300 or it doesn't matter?
Yes.
My questions
Um,
lang talaga.
good question. At first, syempre, ideally talaga natin is 500 pesos. So, expect natin na it's either more conversions or more results or less. Pero, gaya ko nga sinasabi ko kanina, consider natin muna yung ad copy natin, yung products natin, services natin, and then yung creatives natin. Of course, kung alam mo naman sa sarili mo na pangit or hindi ka contented dun sa content ng na nilalabas mo, and then yung mga graphics mo hindi rin naman talaga ganun ka high quality, and just you want just to test, 500 pesos is the ideal start ng budget. So that's the phase na testing phase lang talaga. So expect mo na it's either make or break talaga doon sa first week na yun. So wala tayong guarantee na mas maganda ng maibibigay na result ni 500 pesos kaysa kay 300. But you can test naman on a budget na 300 pesos din. 'Di ba? Tapos this is the time na first time pa lang natin magra-run, 'di ba? After that first time, doon tayo makapag-adjust. Doon natin pwedeng paglaruan yung budget. Taasan or baba. babaan. Ganun siya. Okay. Next, Facebook bidding strategies. Spend-based bidding is the most simple and generally the default when you select a campaign objective. So, yung default na ginagawa natin, hindi ko na ah, pinapansin. Yun yung pinaka-default, guys. Hindi ko na talaga siya pinapansin. Pero depende na lang kay client kung gusto niya na magkaroon ng bidding or budget cap. Doon lang natin yun ginagalaw. So, with Facebook, there are 3 general forms of bidding strategies that you can leverage to get the most out of your campaigns and optimize toward your goals. Spend-based, goal-based, and manual. They include one, highest volume. Itong highest volume, ito yung hindi na natin ginagalaw. Naka-default na siya. Highest value, cost per result, ROAS goal, and bid cap. Okay. Number 1, highest volume. Delivery is maximized for conversions with the budget that you'd assign. Wait lang kita, Darby, na. Okay. Delivery is maximized for conversions with the budget that you assign. Essentially, you tell Facebook to get you as many results for a specified amount of budget to be spent. So, ito yung hindi na natin ginagalaw. So, 500 pesos naka-highest volume na yon, in default na yon. So, sabi natin kay Facebook na itong 500 ko, Facebook, ikaw na bahala, basta i-maximize mo yung 500 pesos ko, ikaw na bahala kung mabigyan mo ako ng, basta bigyan mo ako ng magandang result. So, basically, ganun lang siya. Default. Okay, number 2, highest value. This one has more of an e-commerce ROAS focus as it spends your budget but focus on highest value purchases or conversions. For example, a seller may use this to sell a higher valued item to maximize the value and return on ad spent. This focuses on conversion value over conversion volume. Dito sa conversion value, of course, tinitake consider natin dito kung magkano yung nagiging cost of goods natin, kung magkano yung kinikita natin. Halimbawa, benta mo is 1,000 pesos. Kailangan, ang ilalagay mo na highest value lang dito is 500 pesos. So, sasabihin mo kay Facebook or ilalagay mo doon is yung value niya is 500 pesos lang. Kailangan, ang magiging cost ko lang dito Facebook is 500 pesos lang, hindi na ako aangat. So, ikaw na bahala kung bigyan mo ako ng results or hindi. So, medyo risky. Pero pagka e-commerce mo, an e-commerce brand, ginagamit din to. Pero, mas gusto natin yung maximum spent, di ba? Maximum or highest volume. Hindi na siya highest value. Regardless na. Pero for the sake of this presentation, i-discuss na lang natin siya. Okay. Goal-based bidding strategies. Goal-based bidding allows you to set a cost or value you want to achieve. So, ganito siya. Pag conversions, ilalagay natin dito 20. So, halimbawa, ang target mo na cost per result or cost per goal is 20 pesos lang sa isang magme-message sa'yo or sa isang purchase. Dito mo lang siya ilalagay. Ilalagay mo siya dyan, 20 pesos. Ibig sabihin, tatargetin ni Facebook yan na 20 pesos lang dapat ang purchase. Ang maganda dito is makakontrol mo yung cost mo. Pero ang pangit dito is it's either hindi ka mabigyan ng magandang result ni Facebook, 'di ba? Ganun. Or bigyan ka niya ng mas maganda kasi meron kang limited. May napakita mo kay Facebook na limited lang ang budget mo. So, yun, helpful to para sa maximum cost per conversion, makontrol mo. Pero keep in mind that the cost you specify in is what Facebook will strive to average out. So, ganoon nga si Facebook sinasabihan mo. So, kung ano yung budget cap mo or cost per result goal mo, yun lang yung ibibigay niya sa'yo. So, it's either pagka malakas talaga yung ano, maganda yung pagkakagawa mo ng creatives, pagkagawa mo ng copywriting and mabenta talaga yung services or product mo, edi bas dun siya mag magbibigay ng magandang result, right? Also, if you set it too low, it may take longer Facebook to spend your budget and get out of the learning phase. Meron tayong learning phase kasi guys when it comes to conversions. Ang learning phase guys, para makalis tayo dun agad, dapat kinagalaw natin yung budgets natin. If mas mababa ang budget mo, syempre mas mahihirapan si Facebook na mag-target ng mga audiences na gusto mong i-target or i-tap. 'Di ba? Ganun siya. Dapat consider natin lagi na not too low, not too high, nasa middle lang. Pero dapat consider natin yung cost of goods ng mga services natin or products. So, if you're not sure, try highest volume bidding for a little while to get a baseline. So, highest bidding lang muna tayo. When it, lalo na sa beginners, lagi kong sinasuggest, try the default muna. Iwan muna natin 'tong mga budget bidding na to. Pero but for the sake of this discussion and gusto kong magkaroon kayo ng idea when it comes to this one kasi karamihan sa uh, Facebook ads space or other coaches, hindi naman nila masyadong dinidiscuss to. Okay. Kaya kaya some of the applicants in my agency or sa mga nakakausap ko, malalaman ko agad kung sino talaga yung um, matagal na sa Facebook. Kasi once na tinanong mo sila about the budget caps, yung iba malalaman mo na beginners pa lang, wala pa silang idea. So, mas maganda if may idea na kayo dito and kung paano rin gawin in the future, not necessarily na kailangan yung gawin siya right now. Okay. ROAS goal. ROAS goal is formerly minimum ROAS. Dito naman, return on ad spend. Magbibid ka based on your return on ad spend. Ganun lang siya kadali. Next, the bid cap. Here's the bid cap. This bidding strategy allows you to set a maximum bid for your ads across auctions. Etong bid cap, ibig sabihin mo lang kay Facebook na ito lang yung bid ko, Facebook. Di na ako aangat, di na ako tataas. Ito na yung bidding ko para sa ads ko. So, ang strategy dito, if manual bidding or bid cap, kahit konti lang ang ibid mo, halimbawa $20 lang or 20 pesos lang per purchases. Ang babawi ka dito sa ano na lang, sa creative, sa copy, and sa services or paano mo ma-hook yung tao. Doon naman tayo lagi, yun naman talaga ang number one priority natin, the copywriting, the message, the value para maraming tayong mabenta. Ganon. Lagi sinasabi to, relax. When it comes to running an ad, wag tayo magpapanik. Don't overthink things. Nandito ako guys para once na nag-launch kayo, anytime pwede nyo akong itap, pwede nyo akong i-message. Relax lang, wag kayo kakabahan when it comes to launching an ad. Marami nagme-message din sa akin lately na sobrang kung halimbawa nag-run sila ng ads ng isang araw pa lang 500 ubos na agad yung budget nila tapos wala pa silang nakukuha mga result. That's normal, guys. Normal lang 'yun. Normal lang 'yun. Kaya nga tayong nagra-run ng ads just to buy data eh. Gusto natin makita kung maayos ba yung creatives natin. Gusto mo natin makita kung okay ba yung copywriting natin. Okay ba yung landing page natin. So, wag natin expect na may result agad. Expect natin na makikita muna natin kung kamusta yung mga strategies na ginagawa natin or yung service natin or yung product ba natin is papalo sa merkado. Halimbawa kasi diyan, magtatayo ka ng sa isang city, magtatayo ka ng isang panaderia or isang bakery tapos magte-test ka, hindi mo na kailangan yung free taste ng mga ano mo, products mo. So kay Facebook, ganun din. So, kailangan mo munang ipakita sa lahat ng tao kung merong interested. Ganun siya. Huwag tayo agad mag-expect ng results para hindi tayo masaktan or para hindi tayo mag-overthink. Ganun siya. The biggest factor when it comes to choosing bidding strategies with Facebook revolves around the type of business that you are and the specific types of goals and conversions you are looking to maximize throughout the platform. Lagi natin consider first our type of business. Kamusta ba yung market? Kung saan tayo magtatayo ng business, kamusta yung market? ng mga competitors natin. Research before tayo mag-run ng ads. Running ads is not a priority when it comes to business. Number one muna dyan, syempre market research ka muna. Consider mo muna yung mga kalaban mo, kamusta yung mga kinikita nila, magkano yung cost of goods nila, and marami pang elements. Ganun. So, any questions guys for our day 4? Any questions?
So far, wala naman po.
Okay.
Gusto ko lang po sabihin na may message pa ako, like 2 p.m. sa'yo,
Okay,
if
sige.
ever na
And
po.
then, okay, great. Let's take a quick 10-minute break and then send ulit ako ng link para ma-save ko muna itong ano natin. Ma-separate natin yung day 4 to day 5. Okay,
Sige pa.
guys? Okay, guys. Bye-bye. See you.